Octopus aren't the only things the lobstermen have to worry about. There's the volatile international lobster price. It's holding strong at $105 a kilo. But for how long?
Yeah, I'll spot another boat. You can't have it all to yourself forever.
I don't own the ocean. I wish I did, and I could tell them all, but it's not going to happen. They're coming. There's nothing you can do about it.
Probably had a 5-day head start on everyone, which has paid off for us, and that's why I'm starting to think we should probably go in and unload what we got.
My experience tells me when all the boats start coming out, the price is going to do that.
Stanley, Northern Tasmania. And newcomers to the fleet, Steve Hersey and deckhand Jamie, are finally ready to head out to sea on a 7-day run. Steve's Labrador Gus travels with him wherever he goes.
Want to catch a fish?
I've had Gus for about 4.5 years now, so he's been coming out with me since he was a pup. He's my good luck charm.
Bad weather and a faulty engine head has kept the Ella Rose stuck at port for 2 long months.
Can't really afford to spend another couple of weeks in port. It's not very profitable.
And that's put pressure on the family's restaurant business.
We're on Stanley's tourist trail so that people like to come in, choose a lobster, snap a selfie with it. Next thing, it's upstairs, eating it fresh as it gets.
But there's a problem. The restaurant's lobster stocks are dangerously low.
My father and my brother Grant fish for all the lobsters, and my sister Alison and brother Andrew and mum, they run the shop, so yeah, they keep everything going on land while we go out and catch all the fish.
Is the lobster pan-fried garlic butter. Another popular one, international guests in at the moment.
All the lobsters that we catch from our fleets go straight into our tanks at Hersey Seafoods, and we can hold about 10 tonne at the restaurant downstairs.
Surplus stock is on sold into the domestic market.
There's a bit of pressure on me at the moment to catch lobsters. We need them in the tanks. The tanks are empty. Need some profit coming in through the doors, so I've got to get cracking.
Today on board we got Gus and Pete here for moral support. We need it, it's the first trip. Jamie's had a couple of months off, so he's obviously itching to make a paycheck. Jamie! Welcome aboard, mate. So, yeah, that's us, mate. Fuck, it's a biller of a day.
Steve's season target is 600 big reds. That's worth $55,000.
We've had a bit of a tough run with the motor at the start of the season, but anyway, hopefully that's all behind us and we can get catching some fish, mate. Should be awesome.
Southeast bite. Skipper Warren and son Paul are changing tack. They're switching to dinghy fishing.
Nah, I didn't bag you out at all, mate.
They're targeting 500 lobsters. So far, they've caught 76.
No pops.
They're hoping to boost their average lobster per pot weight ratio by fishing in close to the rocks.
Dinghy fishing would be the most dangerous of crayfishing.
We'll put one in here just on the edge of this bit of white water. It'll be safe, Troy. It's
Yeah, no, it's all good.
And if the swell is averaging 2 metres, every time there's a double one comes through somewhere. So sometimes 2 metres is all right, but 4 metres, well, hang on.
just we quite often get a few in here just on the edge of the white water.
They'll drop their first set of pots here at a place called Shark's Jaw. Because very few lobstermen get in this close, it could be rich pickings for Team Κάι Κούρα.
Reasonably clear, really. Not crystal clear, but the conditions are pretty good.
You can see the bottom, so that's one good sign.
Yep. Yeah, well, that's gone exactly where I wanted him.
Right up close to the rocks with plenty of seagrass is the perfect feeding ground for lobsters. But even a small wave here can capsize a dinghy.
You're always in a little bit of danger, I guess. It just depends whether the swell's making or going flatter as to how much danger you're in, and that's how we judge where we're going to put our gear.
Can't see through the white water, so we've been here before. We know roughly where the big hole is here, so that's the plan. Get him in the big deep hole. You ready? Yep. Beautiful. Done.
I've lived on the edge with everything I've done in my life, and dinghy fishing's just another one of them.
This next spot's one of our good little spots. We usually get 4 or 5 meshes out of this little hole in here, so that's what we'll be expecting tomorrow.
Hunter Island, North Tasmania.
We're just going to go out there and see if we can get a couple of big donkeys, mate.
And skipper Steve and deckhand Jamie are dropping their first shot for the season.
First shot of our winter run, and I don't have a clue where the fish are going to be, so I've decided to spread it out. So I've gone half deep and half shallow just to get an idea of where the fish might be.
Gus the Labrador gets excited every time a pot goes down. He's not so much of an OH&S issue, more a scavenging issue.
I think the legend of that it's bad luck to have a dog at sea is an absolute load of shit, because ever since I've had Gus, our catches are just going...
Every skipper has their own signal for a pot drop.
Yep. Yep.
And they each navigate the deck differently.
Well, these small ones will be about 30 kilos, Jamie. Jamie is a old war horse, so, you know, I've got to help him out as much as I can. So I like to get out there and, you know, I don't want to be a slipper skipper. Probably 40, like, that's pretty heavy. Some people are like slipper skippers, so they say they spend all that time inside, you know, it doesn't really help out, but, you know, Jamie being the seasoned veteran that he is, I like to step out and try and help him. I don't want to be a slipper skipper because I don't want to get the skipper's curse and end up having a big belly like the rest of them, you know.
Skipper Squizzy just sits up there, does nothing. Glenn, nothing. God, help the crew, for Christ's sake.
I think Pete's just full of to be honest. He just praises himself up. He should just concentrate on fishing and not bagging me out, I reckon.
Southeast Bite. Team Κάι Κούρα and Team Άνσονς Μπέι, the Jager family, are meeting up to check in on the day's catch.
Going, all right. How long have you been in?
Oh, hour probably. Just getting your praise.
110. Yeah.
How many we get?
Is he lying to me?
No, honey, what do we get? 72, I think.
All right.
The actual number was 76.
How'd yours go?
145.
That was all right, inshore.
Yeah.
I think Glenn could just about catch fish going up Elizabeth Street, but
He would.
he's got a knack.
The old man's blokes there.
Oh, you got a pot. Oh, off your wing.
Wing.
No, have we?
Got a bit of weed on there, mate.
No, it's not weed, Dad.
You got one of Strongie's pots.
Oh, have we?
We cut one off on him last year. He'll be cursing us.
The pot belongs to Decky Jake's dad, who's also hunting for lobsters in the same area.
That's his float.
So it wasn't just us this morning by the looks of it, that a bloody one of them mornings. Looks like the old man's picked up one of bloody Strongie's pots there around their wing, so...
Ocean etiquette says that Warren will have to give up one of his pots in exchange for the pot he's run over.
Yeah, we'll be a pot down and operating with 49, I guess, for the rest of the trip. So
Yeah, we're down a pot. We've got to give one back to Strongy, and it's going to cost us the fish for the trip and also the pot. So potentially it could be $1,500, maybe $2,000.
Hunter Island, northwest Tasmania. And skipper Steve is under pressure to catch 250 lobsters to restock the family's seafood restaurant.
We're stoked to be out here again. Like Jamie and I, we've been busting to go out here. We've had obviously the motor stuff up and yeah, a few other little dramas, but here we are, and touch wood, that'll be it, mate. We'll flying.
Steve drops one shot of 50 pots a day. The rest of the fleet drop 2 shots a day.
In the winter, we've been doing one